What I'm showing you here is one of the deal sheets that I've been using for some time. This is just a draft. This deal sheet is not how the round ended up looking like, but there were really close negotiations at that point where it was about to turn out like this. And so it's just to illustrate how I use a deal sheet to kind of visualize the round, make offers to the investors going forth and back. And you need to do the same with the crowdfunding, because you need to navigate the whole fundraising landscape, because you can't just rely on one fundraising platform like crowdfunding. You need to rely on other sources of funding. And the other point I told you about before is you need to find a key investor in the offline world who will commit to the round and start the whole round. So in all cases, in all matter, you need a deal sheet, and you need it as a tool, an important tool for you to use for forever in all negotiations, in all deal making. So that's why I'm showing you this one, so you can start using it on your own. What you're looking at here is how the current cap table looked like at that point. A good idea would perhaps be to put in a date. Now this deal sheet is actually dated, but put in a date on the current cap table that you're looking at right now would be a good idea. As you can see here, we're changing between Danish crowns and dollars because we're negotiating with American investors at that point. This is the current cap table. The two business angels are here. They owned together about 8% of the company. This CL Consult is actually my dad, my first investor, the 3Fs that I talked to you about. This is his shares at that point. And these Lykkegaard Ventures are my co-founder, Christian Lykkegaard, and this Lavets Holding is my company. And this is the pre-money valuation, and the existing warrant pool is what amount of warrants are already issued to employees. The new warrant pool are shares left to issue to new employees coming on board. Important for investors to see how is the fully diluted pre-money valuation. As you can see here, this is in Danish crowns, but going from 49 million to actually 56 million because you include the warrant pools, and you include, in this case, the advisor option as well. So you include all the shares that are taken into consideration, and that makes the fully diluted pre-money higher than the pre-money without it. So obviously really important for all the investors to know. So then now is the deal making in this one, the new cap table, where I've split it up in a phase 1 and a phase 2. That's something you would probably see as well when you start doing a lot of negotiation forth and back. You will try and close some investors in a phase 1 and a second pool of investors in a phase 2. But you need to navigate and show the difference in equity as a consequence of these phase 1 and 2. And as you can see here, in phase 1, the existing angel investors, they increased in this case their ownership, going from about 4% to 6%. My dad diluted, and both me and my co-founder diluted, and then Nordic Eye, who ended up investing, actually getting 15% stake in the company. And as you can see here is phase 2, diluting even more. So again, just my point, this deal sheet makes it visible for you on how much dilution you will take as a hit. And then the terms in here on how many money is on the table, how many money they invested on how many shares they received. So yeah, I'm gonna upload a draft of this deal sheet without some of this information, so you can start composing your own, play around with it and see how it works. and it's just a good tool for you to get started on early on, as soon as possible. Yeah.